In 2019, futures trading became even more accessible with the launch of micro E-mini contracts at about one-tenth the size of the E-minis that preceded them. This trend towards increasingly bite-sized contracts signals a broadening audience of retail investors who trade with smaller amounts of capital but still want to access the liquidity and price fluctuations of indices. To meet that growing demand, Nasdaq is adding Nasdaq 100 micro index options to its slate of index options. The Nasdaq 100 is among the most actively traded index contracts on the market. With its heavy allocation toward tech, healthcare, and consumer services, the index has a track record of outperforming the market and weathering market volatility, while still offering the price fluctuations investors need to find profitable trading opportunities. Nasdaq 100 micro index options are 1/100th the size of the standard Nasdaq 100 contract, giving investors maximum flexibility in controlling their portfolio's exposure to the index. With no position or exercise limits, investors have the freedom to determine the exact size of the position they want to take, as well as when and how much they want to cash in. Since futures can act as a kind of insurance to hedge your portfolio against volatility, many institutional and high net worth investors adopt a strategy that uses options to hedge their cash equity positions. For retail investors with less capital or smaller margin accounts, this kind of hedging hasn't really been available, as even E-mini contracts have now ballooned in cost since their introduction in the 90s. Nasdaq's new lower cost micro index options make that risk management strategy accessible to more investors. The affordability and level of granular control over their position size ensures that they won't have to make as many tough decisions about whether to liquidate their cash equities, to reallocate that for futures, or vice versa. Now they can rebalance their positions more precisely in response to market movements. As one of the top performing indices with some of the most actively traded index options, these bite-sized contracts have opened up new opportunities for everyday investors. With the Nasdaq 100 micro index options, investors now have the freedom and flexibility they need to gain the precise amount of exposure they want to this lucrative, highly liquid market.